to show you how to create a calculated field in a heat map in Tableau and specifically investigate the question of how do employee engagement and satisfaction levels vary across locations. So first you want to make sure that your workbooks are connected. So I've already got that done, and then you'll want to open up a new sheet. So the first thing we're going to do is create a calculated field. So to do that, you are going to go here to create a calculated field. Again, you just go over to this bar over here, click this arrow, do calculated field, and specifically for my case, I'm going to want to create a calculated field called belongingness. So for you, this could look different, but for my case, I'm going to want to look through the Q12 data to come up with an average of a few certain questions. So for me, that's going to look like this. So I'm going to do two parentheses, open the Q5, okay, and then I'm also going to do Q7. You can also do this by dragging from over here into there. That works too, whatever you're going to be most comfortable with. I'm also going to do Q8, click that, Q10, click that. And so these are all the questions that I want. So then I'm going, since I want the average of them, I'm going to divide it by 4. I'm going to close that. I'm going to delete one of those. Okay, so then again, you change this for what you want, but this is specifically how to create this calculated field. So I'm going to click OK. So I see that over there now. And so to create our heat map, we're going to want to go down here to the bottom, and I'm going to double click latitude, and I'm also going to double click longitude. So what this does is that it automatically picks up that I'm trying to do a map. So you can also drag them over to the columns and rows, but this way it just automatically does it for you. So then what I'm going to do is I want to see specifically the states in our map here. So I'm going to go over and find state, and I am going to drag that down to detail under our marks section. Okay, so now I can see all the different spots here that we have data. So now I'm also going to want to do our calculated field that we just made, belongingness. And I'm also going to drag that over to our mark section right here. And I'm going to put that under the detail section again. And specifically for the data that we're trying to look at, some doesn't make sense for us. So we're going to want to change that to average. So again, we're going to come over here to this arrow. Okay, we're going to go over to measure, and we're going to change it from sum, which what it automatically goes to, and we're going to change that to average. So once we get that, we get a better looking number over here. And then also, just to be able to visualize this better, we are going to want to again drag our belongingness variable over to color. That way we can look at it better. And again, I'm going to change that from sum to average. So we click that arrow, we go to measure, and we go to average. Okay, so now what else we can do is we can change the color of these to make it look a little bit more appealing. So I'm going to go over to the right where we can see our legend, and I'm going to click on this arrow right here, and I'm going to do edit colors. And then from the palette section, I'm going to click on this down arrow, and I'm going to go find the one I want, and I want to do sunrise, sunset, diverging. But You can choose any of these for yours. It's just whatever's gonna work best with what you're trying to accomplish. So for me, I'm gonna do this. And since a lot of people think red aligns with bad and a more cooler color aligns with good, I'm going to reverse this so it'll look like the lower end of the scale is red and the higher end turns to more of a blue color. So going with that, we're going to exit out of here. And just to show you all again, you're going to want to you're going to double click these, and that'll give you your map. And then you will just drag our calculated fields over to the detail and change it to average, and then drag it over again to color and do the color you want. And also in the detail you'll put the state so we can see. Alright, well thank you so much for watching this video and hope it helps.